Hello, my dear students. A very good evening to all. I hope you all are ready to dive into the world of chemistry. Myself, Dr. Muhammad Basheer. Today, we will begin our journey by exploring one of the most fundamental topics in chemistry, related to the ninth standard, Chapter 1 Matter in Our Surrounding. This chapter is crucial because it lays the groundwork for understanding everything around us. Under this chapter, we are going to discuss three topics in this video. First, introduction. Second, properties of matter. And third, experiment which can able to prove all the properties of matter. So we are going to discuss all the experiments which prove the properties of matter. Let's start with the introduction. Under the introduction, we are going to discuss about two important things. First is what is the meaning of this chapter. Second, what is the basic concept of this chapter. See, the chapter name is Matter in Our Surroundings. In that, we have two important words we can see. First is matter and second one is surrounding. See, you have to remember one thing. Everything in our surrounding are known as matter. If you still not understand with this word or with this definition, I'll give you one example. One example, you just assume this picture, one girl, means surrounding her, whatever the things are available, we can say that is known as matter. Means maybe air, maybe water, maybe soil, maybe clouds or fire. Not only these five examples, we can say gadgets, what we are using, okay, benches in the classroom and blackboard, both, okay. But if you understand what is the meaning of the matter, so you can define very easily or perfectly in a scientific word, or you can say if you want to define what is matter according to the science, what you can say, all these things occupy space, having mass and volume, are known as matter. Understand? One more important thing. I hope you people understand what is matter and what is surrounding. If these two words is clear, we can understand the introduction part. So we can say one more thing in that. I just want to include why I have taken these five examples according to the Indian philosopher these five, according to the Indian philosopher, these five, soil, cloud, fire, air and water, also known as Panch Tattva. This is the Hindi word. Panch means five, means whatever these Panch Tattva, if you remember, so you can give the example very easily about the matter. Before undergo the properties of matter, I just want to clear the meaning of Pancha Tattva. Just now I discussed. If some student not clear what does that mean, I just want to clear here. See, I have given example related to the Pancha Tattva. One is the air, second one is the water, third one is the soil, fourth is clouds, and Fifth one is the fire. See why I am saying these five related to the Panchatattva. See, all matters directly or indirectly made up of Pancha Tattva. This is the correct pronunciation, so you remember the spelling also. If you say Pancha, correct pronunciation is Panch Tattva, but you remember as a Pancha Tattva. Okay. Now, why? I'll give you one example. See, I have given one example about the benches. See, benches made up of wood, and wood from trees, and tree needed air, water, heat, and soil. Now you're thinking about the clouds. From clouds only water come. So the water and the clouds both are interrelated. So we can say all five is needed for the requirement of the one of the matter called bench. I hope now you people understand what is matter, what is surrounding. What is the properties of matter? Now we understand what is matter and what is surrounding. See, we all know matter composed of some very small particles called atoms. So whatever it's very small particle, we can say that is matter, atoms. I'll tell you one more thing, it's a sequence. See, small particles called atoms. One or two atoms join together and form molecules. One or two molecules join together called compound, and one or two compound join together and form mixture. Please remember this sequence. If you remember this sequence, it's very easy. Same as it is atoms, one or two atoms join together and form molecules, one or two molecules join together compound, one or two compound join together mixture. Same as it is, we have the biology sequence also that we will discuss in the biology chapter. Okay, so what I am discussing here, matters composed of some very small particles called atoms, and some up together to form molecules. What does that means? Sum up together means, sum means one or two matter join together and form molecules, and these molecules turn and rise into the matter. I hope you people understand the sequence. What is that? I am just repeating again. Matters composed of some of very small particles called atom. One or two atoms join together and form molecules, and these molecules turn and rise and form, convert into the matter. And then only we will get in the form of bench, in the form of pen, in the form of tablet, what I am using now. These are the important concepts, how the matters is formed. This is the systematic way for the formation of the matters. I hope you people understand. Now, what are the important properties for the understanding you should remember. But if someone asks about the properties of matter, you can give in the form of few points. First important point you have to remember, matter is made up of small particles. So in bracket you can write atoms. Okay. Number 2, the particles of matter have space. I already told you in the introduction part, between them. If the space is there in between, so what does that means? The particles are continuously moving. So third point is correlate with the second. Okay. Fourth, the particles, and the final point, the particles of matter attract each other. Understand? So I'll just read one point and explain. Matter is made up of small particles, and what is that small particles? Atoms, that I already discussed. Second point, the particles of the matter have space, means if it is one atom, second atom, in between this space should be there, then only they can move. Okay, so if they have the space between them, so the particles are continuously moving. If they don't have space, example, if so much crowd, okay, so we cannot able to move. You understand my point, what I want to say? So we cannot able to move, so we have some space, so it will be movable, it will be continuously moving. Okay, and then if it is continuously moving, so what does that mean? The particles of attract each other. The particles of matter, sorry, particles of matter attract each other. Come to the next topic, experiment that proves properties of matter. In that topic, we are going to discuss one by one experiments and prove the properties of matter. Experiment number 1. In that, what we have to do, we have to take one glass filled with water and marked the level of water. H2O means water. When we added sugar into the water, what happened? Level of water increase. Increase, short form, up arrow with SE means increase. So what happened? The level of water increase here. Okay. Then when we mix sugar and water, what happened? Sugar dissolve in water. That's it. That is all happened, right? When we take water into the tumbler, when we add sugar, the level of the water increase. When we mix together, then the water, level of the water come back to the original position. But in this experiment, where the properties of the matter proved, so we can write points, so we can able to understand. See, the matter means this experiment proves that the matter made up of tiny particles due to which the particles of sugar adjusted themselves into the space of tiny particle water. What does that means? Whatever the tiny particle sugar added to the water, it's adjusted themselves in between. Means this is the water molecules. When the sugar add, it will adjust in between the space which are present in between the two atom of the water. Now moving on to the second experiment. I hope you people understand the first experiment. So what we can conclude, the first experiment proves that particles made up of tiny and have space between them. Okay, now moving on to the second experiment. You have to take one bowl filled with water. I know it's not look like a bowl, but yeah, you people understand. Okay, and pour some seeds. Soon you will find out what happened. Seeds moving on the surface of water in zigzag motion. So what you will find out? Seeds keeps on moving on the surface of water in a zigzag motion, and this zigzag motion also known as Brownian motion. So if someone asks what is Brownian motion, you can say the same thing, and zigzag motion, both the word is different but the answer is same. So what does that mean? What does experiment prove? So this experiment proves that the particles of matter are continuously moving. If condition is also there, undisturbed. Why I said if undisturbed? Because they possesses kinetic energy. Means which rises in rise in temperature, on rise in temperature. So rise in temperature means particles move faster. Now come to the third experiment, experiment number 3. This is the third and last. Okay, in that experiments we have to take one bucket, okay, and bucket should be filled with water. What happened if you want to put your hand and move? We can easily moves our hand in the water, okay. Second, but same bucket, if you put any solid object, it seems impossible of the movement. Why? Because they have the greater force of attraction between them. What they have? No movement when a solid object into the water. Due to the greater force of attraction between them. And this is the last and fourth properties of the water. They have the force of attraction between the two matter. Understand? So in this experiment, what we proves that the particles of matter have greater force of attraction between them. I hope you will understand the introduction part, properties of matter, and all the experiment which proves the properties of the matter. This is my first video related to the 9th standard chemistry, matter in our surrounding. I would like to thanks to all my viewers and students for watching. I really appreciate your time. I am looking forward to seeing you people in my next lecture also. Don't forget, next lecture is related to the state of matter. Under that, I am going to discuss about solid, liquid and gaseous state. I need your feedback. Give any suggestion related to the videos, related to my writing, related to my diagram. So please don't be hesitant. Do share, comments, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.